Top 10 Essay Topics About Patriotism. How does globalization affect patriotism? We propose to explore the intricate relationship between globalization and patriotism in today's interconnected world. How does globalization blur the lines between national boundaries and cultures? Try to examine the ways in which globalization fosters cross-cultural interactions and exposes individuals to diverse perspectives. Moreover, address how people balance their global identity with their sense of belonging to a specific country. The phenomenon of patriotism in the context of the U.S. War of Independence. In this essay, we offer to investigate the events leading up to the war and how they ignited a sense of patriotism. What role did patriotism play in motivating individuals to fight for independence? Likewise, discuss how people's loyalty and devotion to their cause shaped the war's course. You may reflect on how the concept of patriotism has evolved. Patriotism in the modern world and its categories. We encourage you to delve into the various forms of patriotism present in the modern world. How does civic patriotism contribute to a nation's growth and stability? Explore different categories of patriotism and how they influence people's sense of belonging. You may analyze how these forms of patriotism can unite and potentially create divisions. What is the concept of economic patriotism? We suggest defining and dissecting the concept of economic patriotism, the idea of supporting one's country through economic choices. How do trade policies and domestic industries relate to economic patriotism? You can research case studies of economic patriotism, such as buying local movements and trade protectionism. Patriotism in Music of Lee Greenwood, John Sibelius, John Legend, and others. This paper investigates how patriotism is expressed through music by analyzing the works of artists like Lee Greenwood, John Sibelius, John Legend, and others. Thus, you should assess how their compositions evoke feelings of national unity. Analyze specific patriotic songs, likewise review the cultural significance of these songs and how they resonate with audiences. United States Declaration of Independence and Patriotism. Study how the United States Declaration of Independence embodies the essence of patriotism. Therefore, reveal the historical context, the ideas of liberty and equality, and how these notions have shaped the concept of patriotism in America. We offer to analyze the language and rhetoric of that declaration. Patriotism, American identity defined through opportunity, hard work, and loyalty. You may investigate how the American identity is closely tied to the values of opportunity, hard work, and loyalty. Discuss how these values have contributed to the sense of patriotism in the United States. In what ways have these values been redefined over time? Additionally, highlight positive and critical perspectives on how these values impact patriotism. The idea of freedom and patriotism in America. Trace the evolution of freedom as a central value in American history, from the Revolutionary era to the Civil Rights movements. So, you might research how the pursuit of freedom, both individual and collective, has contributed to the nation's patriotic spirit. How do different groups within American society interpret the relationship between liberty and patriotism? How can a teacher show patriotism in education? This essay presents the role of teachers in fostering patriotism within an educational context. We advise you to write about strategies and approaches educators can use to instill a love for one's country and its values in students. What teaching methods can help students appreciate their country's history and diversity? In addition, emphasize the role of education in shaping future citizens. Japanese culture versus Chinese culture, the loss of patriotism. We encourage you to compare and contrast the expressions of patriotism in Japanese and Chinese cultures. You can shed light on historical events and cultural traditions that have shaped patriotism in these countries. How have modernization and globalization impacted the preservation of traditional patriotic values? Moreover, analyze the tensions between preserving cultural heritage and adapting to a rapidly changing world.